Eric is somewhat of a roguish, thief-like character, so his pet power combined with the hero.
Whoa.
The hero distracts him, slashes him, and Eric comes out with some goodies.
Sweet.
But Jarvis isn't carrying anything. Oh, that's too bad.
Hello, my friends, and welcome back to PlayStation Underground. On today's show, we are playing Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age.
Yeah.
Coming to PS4 on September 4th. I'm one of your hosts, and I'm joined by Neil and Samantha from Square Enix. Friends, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much for having us. It's a pleasure to be here.
Of course. Neil, welcome back to the program for you, I should say. Samantha is guiding us through a dungeon in Dragon Quest XI. There's a lot to talk about in this game. Neil, do you want to kick us off to kind of orient us in the grand mythos of Dragon Quest?
Absolutely. So at this point, we have entered a dungeon called the Cryptic Crypt. And this actually takes place not long after a gameplay demo that we showed a couple weeks back. If you want to watch that, you can go to PlayStation's YouTube account and check it out.
Why, thank you for that plug.
Absolutely.
And I guess we should mention at the top of the show, you said that there's going to be some light spoilers for the beginning of the game in this demo.
Yes.
So if you want to go in media blind, well, I suppose you're just going to have to pause this program for a couple months.
There's some light story spoilers. It is still very, very early in the game.
Right.
At this point, the only official party members are the main character, the hero. You can name him anything you want. We've been incredibly creative and called him 11.
You are very creative.
We do what we can. And he is joined by Eric, who you kind of see how he joins the hero in that video that I was talking about on PlayStation's YouTube account.
Second plug in rapid succession.
This whole time we're just going to be plugging the YouTube channel. And for now, you see that they're joined by the two ladies in the party. Those are not official party members at this point. They are technically guests.
Guest heroes, I see.
And because they're guests, they show up as you're roaming the world. They actually follow the hero around. But we don't have control over them in battle right now. They are completely AI controlled. But eventually, they might join the party, and at which point we would be able to give them commands in battle.
But who's to say? Who's to say what happens in the future?
Who would even know that?
Neil, this game is a big deal not only for sort of the arrival of Dragon Quest on PlayStation 4, but in a broader sense, an arrival of the series on console in a long time, correct?
13 years, if we wanted to be exact.
Wow.
Yeah, the last time a mainline Dragon Quest game, or a numbered Dragon Quest game, was on console was on PS2 with Dragon Quest VIII, way back in 2005. So we feel like it's a really big deal to be bringing it back to PlayStation. We're incredibly excited about it.
Absolutely. I think Dragon Quest fans, including Samantha, are very excited about it as well. Samantha, I have to ask, how does it feel to be sitting here playing Dragon Quest XI officially for business?
It feels pretty great.
There you go. Yeah, feels pretty great. Throw that on the back of the box.
Yeah, there's your quote.
We brought Samantha on purely based on the size of her slime collection.
You do own a lot of slimes.
I do. It's over 120 different ones.
Wait, really?
Yep.
Oh, you've taken slime stock?
That's not hyperbole. That's an actual number.
Woo. Madness.
What, Matt? No. That's pure. That's just pure fan enthusiasm.
Yeah.
At its best. And now another thing I want to point out is that the Dragon Quest combat system is perhaps one of the most iconic battle systems in RPG history, given how long the series has existed. But there's kind of a few different ways to approach it in Dragon Quest XI, correct?
Yeah, that's right. So right now we've got to look at the classic camera in the battle mode where the game takes control of what you see and win. You can actually change that to freeform fighting, which puts the control of the camera and the characters in your hands. It's more aesthetic.
Right.
There's no real strategic reason to do that, but it's just fun. If you want to move the characters around, we give you the option to do it. It's kind of cool. One thing I do want to call out, because it might be odd to see this character with a staff doing melee attacks. The new characters, or the guest characters in the party, are Veronica in red and Serena in green. Veronica's a mage who will typically use spells and abilities, but she's lost her powers, and they're actually on a quest to get her powers back right now. So she can only do melee attacks. Eventually, she'll get her powers back and be able to cast all sorts of different spells. And here, the hero just found some new equipment, so we're going to swap that out.
Of course, what finer protective gear than a silver platter?
Much better than that scaly shield that we had before.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you can see there's a number of improvements that we've made between the Japanese version that came out last year and the Western version. We've kind of overhauled the look of the menus. Here, Samantha's in the skill panel, giving a quick look. And I think maybe we'll...
These are my favorite menus.
Yes, we'll add in a new ability. I mean, it is a Dragon Quest game, so maybe we'll encounter a dragon at some point. So Dragon Slash should come in handy.
Okay.
In case we want to slash some dragons
Foreshadowing.
in our quest.
Spoilers.
Neil, where can I ride around on a dinosaur skeleton creature thing that those characters are riding on?
If you perhaps saw one that was sparkly and glittery, you might be able to kill him and ride him.
Oh, wait, are you joking?
I'm 100% not joking that you can ride beasts in this game, but that is for another day.
For another day, okay. Who's to say? It's my favorite answer for anything. In classic dungeon tradition, I love that the mood lighting, the dark, shadowy confines, the okay, this is nice. You have a little moment of respite.
Yeah. So it's a save point and a place where you get healed right before a door. If I had to take a guess, we might be coming up to a boss.
Nonsense. There's no way. No way that's going to happen.
That makes no
And
sense.
the boss is that plant.
Yes. And if there was a boss, there might be some cutscenes. So we might just let that play through.
Are we just
see how
walking
it
by the
goes.
plant with the mysterious orb in its leaf?
I have nothing to say about
Okay.
that at this moment.
What
Okay.
mysterious plant?
A strange none shall pass without the secret word. What's the secret word, you guys? You guys?
I forget. But we learned it earlier as part of the story.
You heard in a vision. The secret word is... Wait, they don't actually say?
So all of the characters are voiced in the game in the cutscenes, with the exception
Except
of the
11.
hero.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh my gosh. You guys. Ooh, I love that art.
Are you potty? You come here and tell Jarvis that you let that lovely, juicy specimen escape, and you think an apology's gonna cut it? Ooh, this jars. Do you crackpots think sorcerers like Veronica come along often? Do you have any idea what we'll have to do to nab a specimen like that again? You knew I wanted to drain all her magic so I could earn the Lord of Shadow's respect when he came back. All my plans shattered.
That is a face only a mother could love.
The Lord of Shadows.
That's them. They're the monsters who jumped me in the bathhouse and brought me here. See that jar by the big fat one? That's what he was sucking all my magic powers into.
Then I guess we'd better figure out how to get them back.
The answer is combat.
It's always combat.
Veronica.
Oh no.
Oh, snatchy. I do love guests. Especially when they bring me presents. If it isn't the one that got away. Talk about it in the Jackbox. Now, just sit tight while we suck every ounce of magic out of you. Boys, this lot of earned VIP treatment. Get cracking.
Looks like we'll be fighting our way out of this one whether we like it or not.
Oh gosh. I love that pose at the end. Any battle needs to start with this pose.
Yeah, I love any boss fight that talks with a little bit of trash talk.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, in the grand scheme of things, how hard is this fight going to be? Are we like at risk of game overing right here, Neil?
With Samantha in control,
No.
there's no chance,
No chance.
whatsoever that we could possibly lose.
Never.
Okay.
We did want to come and show you guys something special. So this is actually the first boss fight that we've shown off. It's also the first boss fight in the game. And this is the first time that we've really shown Serena and Veronica in action.
Well, we appreciate having you on the program to show it off.
Absolutely. So you hear, you can kind of see Veronica and Serena doing their thing. As I mentioned before, they are completely controlled by the AI at this point, but they're pretty helpful. So they'll Serena's a more defensive support character, so she'll cast buffs and heal. Here we see Eric just went into pep mode, and that opens up a bunch of new abilities, which Samantha's checking out in the menu there. Let's go ahead and do itemized kill. So itemized kill is pretty neat because you end up with an item if you're lucky at the end of it. Eric is somewhat of a roguish thief-like character, so his pet power combined with the hero, the hero distracts him, slashes him, and Eric comes out with some goodies.
Sweet.
But Jarvis isn't carrying anything. Oh, that's too bad. But there's a ton of those the pet powers in the game, and each one has a unique animation that goes along with it.
Prep
really cool.
or pep? Pep. Our audio team is gonna love all the popping in this one. Takes a deep breath. He's getting even bigger.
Yes, and that's basically him prepping for an attack. So his next attack is going to do more damage than it actually does. Fortunately, we got Serena to give us the heals.
Thanks, Serena. We'll send you a present afterwards. Sleeper hit.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. Sleeper hit.
Puts him to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
And you're hitting them.
And Eric has kind of some combo abilities. So the sleeper hit will put him to sleep, but he has another ability called Purse Cutter, which when you hit a sleeping character, it does additional damage to them with pretty strong power.
Tell me a little bit about how the main character fits into the strategy of combat in this, because it seems like there's at least a certain degree of customization that a player can have on how the main hero plays. Is that the case, or is he gonna always be a fighter or something?
Oh, absolutely. So he's kind of a jack of all trades, and as we saw with the skill panel, there are various branching paths you can take. So depending on the route that you take with him will kind of depend how he functions in battle. He has a bunch of melee attacks. He can use two different types of weapons, one-handed swords and two-handed swords. But then he has a ton of magic at his disposal as well. So if you want to just turn him into more of a magic caster, you can absolutely do that.
Are there strategic advantages to going physical versus magic in this game? How does that, fit into the larger, the meta of Dragon Quest?
Yeah, so, there are certain characters who are going to be more resistant to melee attacks than they are to magic attacks, or even vice versa. It benefits you to have a balanced party. The way when I played through kind of an early version of the game, I kept my hero character pretty well balanced, so I didn't really lean him in one direction or the other. But then all of the other support characters, I would lean heavily either toward healing and defense, or straight up damage dealing magic.
A little quick shout out to how good this game looks. I love that the way the Dragon Quest art style is presented on PlayStation 4 is fantastic. It's so cool to see something that's immediately recognizable pop on, current gen hardware.
Absolutely, and I should mention we are playing this on the PS4 Pro at the moment, and there's definitely
thanks for that.
Yeah.
That's so true. We are playing on the PlayStation 4 Pro.
And there is definitely a benefit to doing that. You'll get a bump in graphical quality and frame rate as well.
Or frame weight.
Frame weight.
I think that boss has some frame weight that he needs to he can leverage in combat.
Yeah, we're gonna help him shed a few pounds pretty soon here. So you can see as we're progressing through battle, the enemy names are changing in color. So they start out white, then they turn yellow as they take more damage, and as they're getting really low on health, they'll be orange. Okay. So I have a feeling this is gonna do them in.
Okay.
There's that dragon slash. Is this gonna be it?
Hi-ya!
There it was.
Boom! You guys timed it so well.
Good thing we got that ability.
Only with that ability could we have emerged victorious. Oh, and you got 500 gold coins. What is my cut of that as the host of the program?
Oh, let's say 30%.
Okay. Hey, that's not bad. It's not bad. I didn't even touch the controller. Oh, Jarvis. No. We'll let Jarvis talk.
Dreams shattered.
It's kind of
Who is
sad.
this Lord of Shadows you keep mentioning anyway?
You'll find out soon enough when everything finally goes to pot.
He likes pots, right? Yeah. Is that like a thing?
That's his
Did you catch
thing.
on? Did you catch on to the puns?
He really likes pots.
Talking about the Lord of Shadows, it's a little bit of foreshadowing.
Oh, yeah.
Find out soon enough, huh?
Is she gonna get her powers back?
Maybe.
Okay.
Right. Time to get my magic back.
Called it. I hope it's not a trap.
Huh?
She's so cute. Whoa! Whoa!
Oh, I hope this works.
Me too. Shout out to the visual effects department.
You look just the same. Were all our efforts for nothing?
Wow!
No need to worry on that front. I can feel the old magic zinging from the ends of my pigtails right down to the tips of my toes.
Sweet!
And
What a way to
I'd love to keep going, but that's all the time we've got.
Well, Neil and Samantha, I so appreciate you guys showing off Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age, not exclusive age, elusive age, which is coming to PS4 on September 4th. Thank you for joining me today.
Available for pre-order today.
Oh, look at you. That was it for us, everyone. For more, stay tuned to PlayStation Underground. We'll see you next time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
PlayStation